Welcome to part 5 of History of Tokusatsu. You should know the drill by now. Click the links in the description in case you haven't seen the previous episodes. Okay, now let's move on with this episode. In the previous episode, I mentioned that Toku was about to get dark. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, in the mid to late 80s, Toku shows were getting more and more intense and dramatic, but still staying true to their intended audience. Great examples of this include Kamen Rider Black, Choju Sentai Liveman, and Shogeki Metalder. I hope I pronounced that right. Toku was definitely different in the mid to late 80s than it was in the 70s. Heroes were fighting evil space aliens or demons from another dimension, rather than an evil organization. And a lot of heroes have the death of a loved one as a major character motivation. Not to mention, it would usually end up with a final showdown between the hero and the big bad. By the time the early 90s rolled around, things definitely got a lot darker for Toku, with Shojin Sentai Liveman, Kamen Rider J, and Mechanical Violator Hakaider. But companies behind these great Toku shows had to tone it down, since they remembered their target audience was kids. And Toku was toned down with the introduction of Gekiso Sentai Car Ranger in 1997, which was a Toku show full of goofiness since it parodied Super Sentai, and the ratings for Toku went back up with Car Ranger's debut, as it appealed more towards kids, and it had a fun laugh for their parents who grew up on Super Sentai. Speaking of Toku in the 90s, I think it's about time that this show covers the worldwide phenomenon known as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.